We're here from Ace.
I'm Bastet. I'll be running your operation to investigate the unusual occurrences that have been happening everywhere recently.
Stay out of Antiborough. Stuck in time loop.
I guess it's a ghost plumbing situation.
Bastet has got us out of a lot of problems, but I don't think she can get us out of this one.
It wasn't all the bodies. There were 2 bodies.
Everyone else just got disappeared.
I went missing for a while and I lost my brother. I don't know where he is.
Oh, that's my mother. Oh dear.
It's the same mother that you keep describing as tyrannical and horrible.
Have to practice ritual fight with brother.
Ellie, can I make an insight check of myself but in real life?
Welcome to Deck of Many Aces, an actual play podcast made by actual asexuals. That whole intro was just a question. It was just like, actual asexuals?
Oh yeah, we're asexual. I forgot.
What? Wait, you're all asexual too?
Yeah. What are the odds?
I don't know. Anyway, we are a group of people who identify as somewhere on the aromantic and or asexual spectrum. Where? Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? It's none of your business.
You literally introduce yourself as the demisexual M word.
Well, there we are. I am Ellie. I use they, them pronouns. And I am the DM for today, the demisexual membrane?
Ooh,
Gross,
maybe.
but
I have no
valid.
idea if we've done it before or not.
I feel like we've
I don't
definitely done
know.
that one before.
Ouroboros. And you know what? They've got a list somewhere. We just need to check it.
We can't just say Ouroboros tell us literally every episode. This is 3 in a row, guys. Maybe 4. I can't remember.
Look, there's a lot of episodes and a lot of words that we...
What about a demisexual Mimikyu? They're one of my favourite Pokemon.
They are a good Pokemon.
That's cute. But no.
We're going to have to start branching off into, like, very specific references soon.
We could switch to different languages.
Okay, anyway.
Mariposa? Butterfly?
We've definitely done that one before. Everyone introduce yourselves. I'm going to see if I've got the list still.
Hello, my name is Am. I play Tosia Atherdale, the party battlemaster fighter and wild magic barbarian. We both use she, her pronouns. And yeah, Toz isn't stressed about leaving her weapons behind. I mean, I can resummon my maul.
Through walls.
And she is the weapon.
Hello, my name is Chloe. I play Raina Riftwood. We both use she, her pronouns. Raina is a tabaxi, bard, and rogue. I'm not going to be very useful as a rogue if we end up in combat, because Ellie took my weapons away. But I still have my flute, because it's just a flute, so I can cast many spells. And I'm a cat, so I have claws.
Yeah.
Oh, does claws count? No, I think it has to be like
A
a light
weapon.
weapon, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Yeah. Yeah, so I can do that. And anyway, we're not planning on fighting. It's D&D, it's the fighting game, right?
Yeah.
We just got out of a fight.
Sorry, I've done some research. You can still attack with claws.
Yay!
Nice.
Yippee! Wow.
I'm Eiriol, and I'm playing Delphi, the Gopher Warlock. I use she, they pronouns, and Delphi uses she, her pronouns. Delphi is... I'm annoyed that I didn't realise that, like, Delphi could have taken in their crystal because it's their focus. But, you know, I think it's more fun to leave it in a cloakroom and it potentially kills people in, like, a mile radius. Like...
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think that's more interesting as a story.
Like, it depends on the focus, though, because, like, mine is literally, like, you can use a musical instrument as a focus, and a musical instrument isn't inherently magical, whereas your crystal probably is.
Yeah, it's like, Delphi's crystal is her specific focus kind of thing. Like, mechanically,
Yeah.
I don't think it would matter, but I prefer to vibe it that way. But she has a bunch of other stuff, including a magical tattoo, which like
can't take that away.
You can't take that off.
you cannot take that off your skin.
I have the full list from Ouroboros as of... This was sent to our Discord on the year... Oh my god, that was so long ago. They were sent to... This is the list from the end of November 2023.
Oh my god.
Well,
Non-exhaustive list, but we have Mango, Monolith, Mimosa, Mongoose, Milkshake, Masochist, Mastermind, Mungo Jerry, Manticore, Microphone, Mollusk, Mug, Moron. Man, it's good to be back! Manta Ray, Monkey, Monograph, Mammogram, Manchego, Magician, Moon, Masquerade, MLM, Marmoset, Marmalade, Maroon, Montenegro, Megabyte, Melatonin, Menace, Mayo, Malcolm? Malays, Mansion, Mooncake, Madagascar, Mew, Fue, Mandible, Manitoba, Mace, Mountaintop, Mystery, Milan, Mastiff, Manganese, Magazine, Moon, Matriculation, Masterpiece, Magma, Mucus, Murder, Mwahahahahaha, Massachusetts, Maladextrose, Marshmallow, Merriam-Webster, Madness, Mona Lisa, Mimosa again, Megalodon, Meow, Minion, Mykonos, Mites, Meteorite, Marigold, Moccasin, Mole, Magaloof, Mucus.
We've done Mucus like 3 times.
Morgan, Mind, Magician, Mind Flayer, Marsupial, Meringue, Mitochondria, Marina, Mycelium, Mandolin, and Mansion again. Thank you.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
I think we've done my Supereel like 2 times as well.
I can't believe you just did that entire
It
list.
sounds like you haven't done Moonbeam Ice Cream.
I love that Moon and Moon are 2 separate entries.
Yep.
Well, Moon has a very distinct meaning.
My favourite one as well is that we haven't done Is It Me?
Me?
That doesn't begin with M.
Me
Good
does.
point.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ouroboros, for collating all of those.
Yeah.
You're doing God's work. What happened last time?
You know what we haven't done?
Wait,
Well, Katie,
no.
hang on.
You just interrupted.
Katie still hasn't introduced themselves. You interrupted them.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I just wasn't paying attention.
No.
Clearly.
It's the opposite of Is It Me?
Wait, did we...
It's
Have
me.
the rest of you introduced yourselves? I'm totally lost
Yeah!
track.
Oh my god!
Oh, okay. I was just going to say that we haven't done multi-skilled void operative as an M.
We haven't.
No.
You're so right.
Do that next time. Yeah, I'm Katie. I play Morgan. Let's go.
Katie's ready for the conference.
Yeah!
What happened last time?
You took our stuff.
Yippee!
You robbed us.
I'm gonna take your stuff. Ellie, I'm gonna take your stuff.
You can try.
I'm gonna take your stuff.
Yeah.
We snuck into the conference. They took all of our stuff at the security, but we made their lives difficult for it.
Yes.
Eiriol, no, the real person Eiriol, yes
Yeah,
again.
I was there.
Delphi still has the portable hole, though, because she hid it in her wrist pocket.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Morgan is currently being accosted for her staff and magical items, but has not handed them over yet. And that's pretty much it. 3 of us are going to talk to people. The others are going to sneak into Dr. Ursan's office / wherever it is that she's keeping stuff. That's the plan.
I tried to send Hugo out of the room, out of the window, pretending to be green.
Yes.
Yes.
And then I started to argue how you definitely should be allowing the wizards their wizard staffs.
Yes. So, yeah, you rolled a 16 on your deception check.
Yes, I did.
And I got the security to roll an insight check. And they got, plus modifiers, a 16.
Oh.
So,
No!
Actually, no, I can't try to do...
Nothing happens. Right?
nothing happens!
Time
So-
stops.
What I'm going to say is that Hugo flies out the window, and as he goes, one of the security comes up to you and is like, I recognise your face from somewhere. Are you like one of the speakers here today?
I'm giving an informal presentation this lunchtime, yes.
Oh, okay.
I am Morgan Serenity. I am I'm on sabbatical, actually, so not technically a faculty member at the moment.
Ah. Interesting. Okay. Right.
They're a wanted poster of our faces again.
He stares at you for a long moment, and then he says, well, what magical objects might you need for your talk? We can obviously exempt those, but the rest of them will have to be.
Just my staff, of course.
Alright, is there anything else on you that we need to be aware of?
Oh, I have these gloves. They're not really... They're just a little extra, really. You can take them if you like. They are for catching things that people throw at you.
Right, well, hopefully we won't have...
Look, they make you really good at fantasy sports ball. And that's the gloves of missile snaring.
You just mean sports ball, right?
My comment was out of character about them making you really good at fantasy sports ball.
No, it's the like pen and paper circulation fantasy sports ball.
Yeah!
And they're like, what? Do you throw things at people when you write it down?
Oh my god, yes, Chloe!
Yeah. He takes the gloves off of you.
I also have a couple of extra stuff I remembered, and I hand over my staff of charming, and
Oh, yeah.
I don't hand over my gravimeter because I don't think that's a magic item. I think that's an instrument.
Yeah. Cool. I would agree with that. So he takes your items and allows you back into the main space.
Cool. I say in my head with the telepathic voice, hey Hugo, if you can find a way back in through a window and rejoin me, that would be good. If not, I'm very sorry. You're just stuck now.
Delphi will say, like, if you can't just try and communicate to us where you are on top of the roof, that's going to be the, like, easiest place to get you from.
Oh yeah, we can get him out when it comes time by blasting a hole in the ceiling.
Yes. That's Delphi's plan.
Is that
Oh my
Delphi's
goodness.
plan?
Yeah, she has a spell that allows her to make a hole in the ceiling.
That's called fireball.
Or, like, it makes a hole in surfaces. She points to the surface, there's a hole.
Eldritch Blast.
Not Eldritch Blast.
Shatter will do it as well.
Yeah, Hugo does what you guys say. Alfie sort of joins the channel and is like, hey y'all, I managed to get in without much difficulty, but, well, luckily I didn't have that much stuff on me, but they took my weapons. I'm kind of keen to get those back. I don't know if they put them anywhere specific.
Yeah, I think, well, I bullied them for a receipt, so we've got receipt. Hopefully,
Oh damn, I didn't think of that.
that means they're going to give them back.
But what about when we're in the conference?
We can figure a way to get them back. Or a way to replace them.
We've managed to keep some of our items.
I can still cast spells.
I've got the thing. The secret thing.
And my hammer comes when I call.
Alright, damn.
I love Delphi being cryptic over the telepathic bond that no one else is listening to.
Oh yeah! Delphi's
Yeah.
like,
Delphi, you mean the bag full of people?
yeah. It's not a bag, it's a hole.
A hole full of people.
All full of people.
We've got the important thing anyway.
Yeah.
Besides, we're not planning on fighting anyone. Hopefully.
Where's the person's office then? We need to find that office. And you need to schmooze.
I'll come and meet y'all. I might stop by via the cloakroom, see if I can't do anything about that.
There's a magical lock on the door, right?
Oh, damn, okay.
I can undo that, but it won't be sneaky.
Alright.
I can also just walk through the wall, but
Alrighty. I guess I'll leave that to you then. Me and Delphi and Taz are going to have a look for the offices, and then Raina, are you doing the talking to people?
Yeah, I think me and Morgan and maybe, was it Toz was going to come with us to do the talking? And then Hugo will go with you guys?
Yeah, I'm planning to do the talking. I think once we are able to access the office, I'll be of great use, but sneaking and making sure we get in there, I don't know how helpful I'm going to be.
Alright.
Hugo's not going to be able to get into the... Well,
No.
we can get them into the building, but, like, first step is figure out where the office is.
Yeah. Alright, why don't you guys go look for that and we'll have a little wander around to see if we can find out who's helping Dr. Ursan.
Lovely. Okay, let's start with Morgan and Raina.
Yeah, so it's now 12. there's a thing at 1,
Yeah.
and this must be the lunch slot, which means I need to give my lunch talk.
You do.
Mhm.
There's also a bunch of stools and tables.
Yeah, I want to... Is that going to be the same place or a different place
Same place as...
as the talk? But is my impromptu lunch talk scheduled to be in a place?
I think your impromptu lunch talk... Good point. Yeah. I'm probably in like a side, like sort of seminar room in the same vein that the round tables were in.
Yeah.
So not in the main hall space.
I gave the title as Ask Me About My Time Loops.
Amazing.
So hopefully at least someone's shown up. I said to Raina, do you want to go and have a look at the tables? There was one advertised as Mass Murder or Time Glitch, the curious case of the lost village. Do you want to possibly go and have a look at the stalls while I...
Yeah, I can have a wander around. I thought also I'll try and keep an eye on you and hang around where you are so I can see if anyone's, like, looking shifty like or watching you for whatever reason.
Well, they'll be watching me because they want to hear what I have to say about time loops.
Well, yes, but, you know, it'll be obvious who's there for that and who's there for watching you for other reasons, you know, nefarious like.
Nefariousness at this conference?
Never.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, do what you'd like to do. I need to hurry down and get started.
I will probably spend like 5 or 10 minutes into Morgan's talk just like clocking who's turning up and just checking, make sure there's no one, or if there is anyone, that it seems to be here either for like secret police / security reasons, or if there's anybody that looks like they might be part of Dr. Ursan's team, but I don't really have anything to go on with that, so...
Okay. Yeah, if you want to roll me an insight check, please.
Ooh. 18.
18. Yeah, so you can see it's not as packed as some of the other events due to the last minute nature of it and the fact that it's scheduled over lunch, but you can see there are a couple of bright-eyed PhD students listening very intently and asking lots of good questions. You can see there are a few familiar faces in the audience. Dr. Ursan is actually in this audience as well.
Gratifying.
Interesting.
So she's like paying very keen attention and is very interested as well. And who else is in the room? There are a couple of security guys at the back. They mostly just seem to be like
standard.
there. Yeah, just kind of standard. Yeah, with an 18, you can see that like one of them is kind of staring at Morgan quite intently, but it could just be that he's listening to the content. It is pretty interesting.
I like the idea that someone recognising Morgan would be recognising her by her face and not the wings.
Right? So they're like both, you know, kind of not really doing much. Felicity's there as well. She's paying half attention. She's like, you know, watching Morgan, and then she's going over like clearly what's a set of notes. With an 18, I think you can see that she doesn't look like she's slept a lot. She looks tired and drawn and a bit more reserved than you're used to seeing her.
Did Dr. Ursan arrive like on her own? Was she with anybody?
She's on her own at the moment,
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting. I think then, seeing that Dr. Ursan is here, I can still kind of have a look around at what is in the like vicinity, but I don't want to stray too far. I want to keep close so I can keep a track of where Dr. Ursan is, basically, because I want to see when the talk finishes, like where she goes, who she talks to.
Yeah, I've had something I'd like to do with that as well, if that's okay, as I'm with them.
Yeah.
Ellie. So I'm going to use my favourite little feat, which is spend at least 1 minute observing or interacting with another creature outside of combat. You tell me if the creature is my equal, superior, or inferior in regards to 2 of the following characteristics of my choice.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. So you're paying some attention to the talk as well.
Yeah, I'm just like kind of watching her for a little bit, sizing her up. So that is, I would like to know if she was my equal, superior, or inferior to my current hit points and armor class, because correct me if I'm wrong, it doesn't look like she's wearing any armor.
Mhm.
So this is more like Toz kind of trying to assess if Ursa has showed up ready for a scrap of any kind, or is more what she seems.
What is your current hit points?
My current hit points are 132, and my current armor class is 18.
She is your inferior in both.
Excellent. And then I'd also like to use my magic awareness.
Mhm.
So until the end of my next turn, I know the location of any spell or magic item in 60 feet that isn't behind total cover. And if it's a spell, I know the school of magic. I can use it 5 times per long rest. So I'm using it once now.
Okay, you know the spell school of magic.
Yeah, so this is another like Tozia guard dog kind of just trying to like assess what's going on. So as well as being like, had she come prepared for a scrap? Toz is like, does she, or for a matter of fact, anyone else in this room? We've had our magic items taken away. Like, what else do people have that is around here?
Sure.
So it's any item in 60 feet that isn't behind total cover.
Any item or spell. Yeah, you get a lot of information from spell sort of related stuff. Anyone who's like a speaker seems to have some kind of magic focus on them, obviously including Felicity, Morgan, and Dr. Ursan.
Yeah.
The PhD students don't seem to have anything.
Interesting.
And Dr. Ursan also has a spell of some description. It is an illusion spell.
I knew it! I relay this information to Raina.
Interesting. Give me a moment.
So it doesn't look like she's prepared for any kind of physical fight, but there's something she's hiding.
If you're communicating this over the thing, Delphi would be like, could it be that they're not Dr. Ursan? It's someone else disguised as them magically.
Quite possibly, yes. Unfortunately, dispelling said spell is probably going to be quite difficult to do without being seen or noticed.
Yeah.
Why don't we call that Plan C?
That sounds like a plan.
I can dispel it if Morgan is like talking like really distractedly because she is in the middle of trying to say another sentence. And partway through saying that sentence, she actually says the word accidentally says the word dispel out loud, and then says sorry, slip of the tongue, and carries on speaking out loud.
You can't say things like that.
What would be the magician's version of a Freudian slip?
Arcane slip?
Yeah.
Magic Freudian slip.
Fantasy Freudian slip.
Fantasy Freud is a really good restaurant name.
Fantasy Freud.
Welcome to
yeah.
Fantasy Freud.
Fantasy Freud.
On track, guys. On track.
Yes. Raina and Toz, are you staying in with Morgan, or are you gonna have a little look around the rest of the hall?
Toz's gonna have a little look.
Yeah, how long is the talk roughly going to go on for?
Probably only like half an hour, but then they're going to hopefully ask me lots of questions afterwards, so another 15, 20 minutes. And then I need to go and eat some food and go to Felicity's talk, so...
Yeah, I'd like to wander around and try and listen in on like conversations and things and see who is talking about Dr. Ursan's thing and whether I can identify anyone that seems to like maybe be coming from a position of authority or knowing something beyond just, I wonder what it is, you know. But I will do that until like for maybe 20 minutes or so, just so that I'm back in time for like 5 minutes before the end of Morgan's talk.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, roll me an investigation check.
Nice. Is Tozzy, are you going to come with me or are you going to do your own thing?
Yeah, I'm coming. No, I'm coming.
Cool.
Toz is curious. Like, it's partly she knows it's relevant to the investigation, but also she's just like straight up curious about some of the topics. She's pretty smart.
Do you want to, Toz, do you want to be kind of doing the same thing as Raina, or do you want to be having a wander around sort of under your own duress and having a look at some of the tables?
I think she's, unless she's been signaled to by Raina to be otherwise, I think she's kind of wandering around by herself.
Cool. Okay, we'll start with Raina then.
Hey everyone! everyone, it's just me interrupting your podcast listening to tell you all about our Patreon, where you can get access to all of our bonus content, both past and future. You can get access to side quest episodes, our 30-minute talkback episodes, table talk, or you can chill out with our cast cozy corner. You could even get a seat at our monthly one-shot table. Plus, all of our patrons are shouted out at the end of every episode. There's even stuff for free on there. So go to patreon.com/Deck of Many Aces and get exploring. Today's promo is for Legend of the Bones. Legend of the Bones is a hybrid of solo, old-school Dungeons & Dragons actual play and dark fantasy audio drama. A story where the roll of the bones determines all. You can find them at Legend Bones on Blue Sky or wherever you find your podcasts as Legend of the Bones. Roll the trailer!
Do you like your tabletop RPGs to be grim, gritty, and grounded? If so, then Legend of the Bones is the podcast for you. A hybrid of dark fantasy audio drama and old-school solo D&D. In Legend of the Bones, the dice rule. There'll be no rerolls, no fudging the dice, no metacurrency. The roll of the bones will determine the character's destiny, and no one will be spared their fate. None shall escape the destiny of bone.
Oh dear. Did you say perception?
Investigation.
Investigation. Are you sure?
Yep.
That's an 8.
Yeah, you don't hear anybody. I mean, you hear lots of people talking excitedly about it, but nobody from a position of authority or knowledge. Tozia, you have been sent, a long time ago, a series of the stalls and tables. At the moment, we have 4 tables in the main hall. Table 1 is my findings on the appearing and disappearing town on the Crawlish mudflats. And you can see with quite a sort of quick and cursory glance at that is basically everything you kind of already know, and it's being run by Rebecca, who is the student that Morgan was talking to earlier today.
Cool.
Then there is Table 2, Mass Murder or Time Glitch, the curious case of the Lost Village. Table 3 is the Divination Wizards table, which is basically just a table of some, like, PhD students with, like, all of the various stuff that they need to use, all of their components, basically offering to cast, like, scrying and or similar things, with a caveat that they cannot scry on other members of staff, but they're kind of offering their services, basically. And then there's the 4th table is just titled Myths and Magic.
I am most interested in the Lost Village and the Myths of Magic. Tozia is curious about the Lost Village, specifically because she is scared it is the one where Delphi woke up with the crystal.
Okay. So you're gonna go check that one out?
Yeah, and she's like, just because I really do not want to be the one. This to be the one where.
Have you communicated any of this telepathically, or is this just something?
No.
Great, lush, wonderful.
No, this is like just.
Great, yes. So you head along to that table, and it's currently unmanned, so the person who was kind of like...
I think that's probably best.
Yeah, person who's been there and answering questions has clearly gone for lunch. But there's a load of, like, documents, sketches of this strange occurrence that happened in this town, where one day the whole village had disappeared, but there were 2 bodies that were, like, next to and or holding some kind of object. The object in question was removed from the scene of the crime, so people don't actually know what that object was.
I've got a pretty good idea what it was!
Yeah, you're without a lot of difficulty, you can ascertain. This is the same place that Delphi had found the crystal in. Is there anything you'd like to look for specifically, or are you just...
No, I think, she is concerned that Delphi is being manipulated or used by whatever force is within the crystal. Mm-hmm. So I think it's just stuff that she's looking if there's anything that she should basically keep an eye out for, or like a warning sign.
Okay.
Never.
That stuff's about to go down with this crystal.
Cool.
This crystal is perfectly normal and has nothing evil inside of it.
And then she wants to go check out the myths table to see if there's any info about who is it that Tor follows? Collector?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you roll me an investigation check, please?
Are you sure it's not perception? I'm gonna try Chloe's thing and see if it works.
No, because you're actively looking for something.
Yeah, I know. I just thought I'd ask. 4.
We're both bad at this.
Just a bunch of papers. Just not very interesting. Doesn't capture your attention.
We're not smart.
In narrative, Toz is also so I'm pretty smart. Toz is so preoccupied with the stuff that's going on with Delphi and how uneasy it makes her feel that she's not really paying attention.
Okay. I know that Morgan would also like to come and have a look at some of these tables, so I will pause you guys there and head over to the sneaky sneak gang, which is Delphi and Alfie. So Delph. As you're kind of wandering around the building, you see that not only is there the kind of offices, but there's also, it's relatively easy to locate a series of laboratories.
Okay.
All of them are locked.
Of course.
And obviously, and...
Good, we don't want to be interrupted when we're in their office. That would be really bad.
Well, yeah, of course. But also, there's, you can kind of, peer through. I'm kind of envisioning, the sort of shatterproof glass that you'd have on, the... In the windows of a school, where you've got, it's like a kind of...
Yeah.
I don't know what the dimensions are, but a sort of thin rectangular window that you can look into that's got the kind of wire grating on the inside, and you can see that there's a good reason for the locks. There are lots of strange and funky experiments. There's something definitely oozy in one of the labs, so there's a lot of good reason for them to have a little extra security, as much for your safety as for anybody else's. What would you guys like to do?
I'm assuming we haven't seen the office we need to get into.
No.
Okay.
She's not got her name on it or anything.
Okay,
there's no names. It's just there's, let's say, 5 labs. In fact, I will narrow it down. I'll say 2 of them have stuff taped over the windows so that you can't see inside.
Okay.
Secretive.
Does that mean it's those ones or not those ones?
What could it mean?
I'm assuming it's we can tell based on because the research is on a lot of the time stuff, so I'm assuming we can tell that the ooze isn't going to be time related unless they're we found the time ooze.
The time ooze?
Yeah, sentient time ooze. Yeah, Delphi's a little bit lost of. They can get into places, but a limited amount. So they can't just go, just start wandering through and being boop, 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 boop. They have to figure out which one it is.
Identify it first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delphi's gonna use detect magic to see what she can see through any windows, or even the ones that are taped over, if there's magic that's seeping through that anyway. I'm assuming it's not anti-magic tape as well.
No. Let me get up the schools of magic. La 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 la.
Here we go again.
So let's see if I can do them off the top of my head right now, because I think I can.
Go on.
So I think it's
Good start.
War magic is the off one. There's abjuration, divination, conjuration, illusion. That's necromancy, and another one.
Have you said evocation?
No, evocation, and then we also have chronomancy as a fun little extra. I think that's all of them.
So
I might be missing some.
There is chronomancy magic and divination magic in particular in this wing, and there's a kind of a latent amount. It doesn't feel like there's a super high amount of either of those things in the lab at the moment.
Oh, you know what we should have done is I should have given you my weirdometer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Okay. So we have nothing to go off of.
Get looking.
And they're shatterproof windows specifically.
They are.
What? And from the offices, any magic from them?
Again, yes, but nothing kind of out of the ordinary.
Okay.
There's been a lot of spell casting around, so there's kind of a lot of residual magic, but there's nothing no one's casting a big spell right now.
Yeah, or has got a very magical item that would be giving off loads of magic. Okay. Hugo Munerin, is he still Parrot?
Yes, he is still Parrot. He could have joined you if you like.
If we can get him in,
Yeah.
then that would be amazing.
Someone will have left a window open. I think it's not unreasonable to suggest that he would have been able to find his way back in and back to you, considering you have a telepathic bond,
Yeah.
with relative ease. You probably have 20 minutes until the spell ends and it'll have to be recast.
Can it be ended prematurely?
Yes, but I think Morgan has to drop
Oh
it.
yeah, but we need Morgan. Yeah.
So I'm gonna like communicate to Morgan of like, can you drop polymorph on Hugo?
Yeah, sure, I do that.
Cool. Hugo's back.
Thank
Cool.
goodness for telepathic bond. This is really useful. We should
It's
learn
so
this.
useful. We should have this all the time.
Yeah, it's a great spell. It's a fantastic spell.
Let me just check how you get that again.
Morgan, we need you to learn this spell. They're gonna
Oh.
say to Hugo, like, do you know which would be their office?
I mean, I guess it's probably this one, he says, pointing to the left-hand door.
Okay. Delphi, assuming it's locked, because all the other ones were locked,
Yes, it's locked.
is going to go shift through the door.
Nice.
Oh, hey, I can learn this spell.
Go step even. Yeah.
Very
Nice.
exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a wizard spell. Yeah, so you ghost shift through the door, and you can see it's kind of dark.
Or actually, what Delphi would do is not dose shift through the door, would dose shift the wall directly next to it. Because people don't cast spells on walls, they cast spells on doors.
This is very true.
Like,
Yeah.
if they're gonna do something, it's gonna be on the door. And Delphi's like, I've already
Nice.
been hit by something like this before.
That's really smart, Eiriol.
You can see the lab is very clean. Things have been put away. It's mostly empty, except for a large structure that is covered at the moment by a piece of fabric.
Okay, and no one else in the room, very importantly.
No one else in the room.
Cool, can they unlock it from the inside? Is it just like a latch? Or
Yeah.
Opens it up and it's like, come on in.
Brings everyone in. Alfie comes in, sees there's some kind of structure, and is like, awesome, I can get some information from this.
Yep. Pulls back the curtain, unless you want to move back to the other people.
Yeah. No, we'll pull off the piece of fabric, and you can see in front of you, I think, roll an Arcana check, but like
Right.
I'm going to put the DC quite low.
That's a 23?
Okay, well that's easy. This is like total.
Did she get it?
Yeah, I think she gets it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This is like totally a portal
Okay.
of some description.
Oh, cool, great.
Hmm.
That's my jam.
Oh, Delphi knows what that is.
Yeah.
That's your jam. Liminal spaces.
Yeah.
Let's sidle back over to the
Yeah.
other group at this point.
Hey, you haven't even let me talk about what my talk was about.
Morgan, you have finished your talk. You've taken all of your questions.
No, I mean, I'm mostly like, I'm laying out.
Do you want to? Okay. Do you want to talk about your talk?
Interrupted for 20 minutes.
No, I lay out basically absolutely everything that happened in Antiborough with the weird time loop. Everyone should know at this point. We should
Cool.
be figuring it out. So
Lovely. Awesome.
yeah, I think I don't name the twins because I say I haven't got their permission, but I will. Yeah, just other than that, lay everything out. And also impress on how cool I was killing the monster.
Yeah. Cool. People have a lot of questions. Like in particular, like there's a couple of. Obviously, it's mostly kind of divination, chronomancy related students, but there is one who is like studying ancient marine biology or something like that, who is asking about like lots of questions about the aboleth in particular, like where they've come from and what their motivation is.
I answer as well as I can. I'm keeping an eye on the clock. I plan to stay right up to the last minute and then sprint over to see Felicity's talk at 1.
Yeah.
I ask politely and sad looking if someone will go fetch me a sandwich
Cool.
while I answer
Okay.
these questions.
Yeah. Some PhD student comes back to you. In fact, you know what? No, Rebecca comes over and she's like, "Oh, I got you this," and she's got you like a little
Meal deal.
like sandwich and a coffee.
Oh, thank you so much. That's very kind of you. I give her the money for the sandwich.
I want to follow Dr. Ursan sneaky like.
Okay, sick.
At a distance. I just want to see who, like, I'm not even particularly bothered with necessarily where she goes, it's more who she's talking to, because I want to try and identify who this core team might be.
Sure. Yeah, do you want to roll me a stealth check?
I can. I don't have my anklets, so I don't have advantage.
You only have like a +7.
I only have my expertise.
Or 28 or something.
Oh no.
No.
Oh dear. God, how do you survive?
23.
23. Yeah, you managed to very easily, subtly follow this person around. It's kind of like easy to pretend to not be following Dr. Ursan because you're in a conference and like,
I can just
people
wander.
are walking around the tables and it just like looks like you're kind of just taking an interest in the table next to her and then taking an interest in a different table. For the most part, she seems to be keeping to herself, kind of looking around, having a look at some of the tables, picking up some materials to read, but is mostly not really engaging with other members of the public.
Snob.
Yes.
You're not wrong.
Morgan, are you wanting to have a look at the tables at all, or are you just going to be paying attention to Felicity's talk?
At this point, I am. I'm gonna just hope that somebody else paid attention. Or you know what? I'm gonna send Green in through a window and ask Green to go and pay attention for me. I'm not gonna look through his eyes. I'm not gonna look through Green's eyes. I don't have time to spare for it. But I'm hoping that it will pick up some information.
Cool. Okay. In that case, we will stick with you, Toz. You wanted to have a look at the Myths and Magic table, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
You get to the Myths and Magic table, and it's being manned by a young orc with, like, big sort of bottle like, kind of glasses, and they've got, like, really gorgeous, like, posters and stuff. There's a lot of information on Calacta.
Nice.
There's a kind of like what could be considered as like basic information culturally, which is that Calacta is a genderless being. They created the sun and they govern the passage of time. This academic is arguing that in order to be a being of truth, they're kind of interrogating the kind of received idea that truth equals like 100% honesty. Like they think that in order to embody truth, Calacta must also embody untruth. Are you going to talk to them at all?
Yeah, absolutely. I will wait patiently until they've finished arguing with whoever they're arguing with.
Hello.
Hi. Great work. Your posters are fantastic.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you to say. Yeah, I've been working really hard on this. And then they kind of like stop and they look you up and down. They're like, "Are you Torzia Atherdale by any chance?"
I'm worried about what. Yeah, I mean, yes. Why?
Oh my goodness. So, the reason that I've got all this material is because I went on an excavation with an apprenticeship in Garamaros, but I wonder if you could help me out? See, basically, we were doing this big archaeological dig, and I was hoping to take some of the information, and they ended up taking, like, the whole thing, so I didn't really get a chance to have a look at stuff, because they insisted it needed to be catalogued in their library system. But, can I trust you?
Yes, absolutely.
They, like, look you up and down, and they're gonna just do, like, a vibe check. D20 vibe check. Yeah,
sure.
Nice. And they're like, so, I had to obviously think quite quickly, and I was making lots of notes, which has kind of informed a lot of my studies, but there was something that I wanted to get something from the dig, but I wasn't sure what
It's okay if you stole something.
Well, the thing is, I managed to sneak this into my bag, but the problem is I don't read Middle Dwarvish, and I don't know anyone who does, so I'm hoping to find someone here today who can help me translate it. And they pull out this kind of like, it's quite a small stone tablet, but it's got Middle Dwarvish on it.
Okay. Don't speak Dwarvish, none of our party do, is that correct?
Don't think so.
I don't think so. Definitely not Middle Dwarvish.
No.
I have deep speech. I don't know if that's going to be like, reading Spanish when you speak French.
Are you asking the party this?
Yeah, I told you all Chip would be like, no one speaks Dwarvish, right?
No, sorry.
No.
I don't think so.
I don't, but I
Comprehend languages?
Well, I have a sort of divinatory ability to Well, I can read most languages. I don't mean
Okay.
to. I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want to brag.
No, that's fine. Toji's gonna be like, yeah, let me take a look at that, and is going to, like, I guess, do her best to describe, like, what she is seeing over the comms link.
Oh,
Is
God.
the alphabet even a little bit the same?
No.
I don't know if this is going to work, if his ability is specifically reading.
So the top one is a triangle
Yeah.
pointing a little bit to the left, then a dash kind of diagonally downwards.
If that doesn't work, Toji will just copy it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we invented cameras in this world? I've forgotten.
No.
No. It is specifically you can read any language.
In that case, I'll write it down.
Okay, write it down for him. Cool. Lovely. Okay.
I will get back to you on that.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And look, if you can get me into the library in Gaimaros anytime, well, here's my, well, I hate to call it a business card because I'm not a business, but here's my details.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's very impressive card there. I'll speak to my dad and see if we can get you in. Ellie, what's their name?
Their name is Margaret.
Cute.
What a nice name.
Yes. Let's head back to Delphi and Alfie and Hugo. Delphi, is there anything you would like to do in the presence of this portal?
It's like an open portal or just a
Yes, I should be more clear.
Yeah.
It's less like a weeoo fantasy portal, and it's more like a sci-fi portal.
And it's more like a real-life portal.
yeah.
It's like no, it's more like a sci-fi portal.
That is just portal is just an old-fashioned term for windows.
Door.
So it's like
Yes.
you look at a big window. You can
So
see
you-
through it.
I'm distinguishing between like a sort of a magic-y portal and like a sci-fi
Like
portal.
almost. Oh my god, I can't even remember the name.
Basically, what you have in front of you is an inactive
Gate.
structure,
Yeah.
a frame,
Yeah.
that has a series of arcane glyphs.
Stargate. That's the one.
Yes! Yes, exactly. So it's like a series of arcane glyphs around the edge of it.
So it's okay. She's like aware
So it's
that
not-
these exist and that like this is how most people like if they can't just do it themselves, they'll like use this kind of stuff.
They no need to sound so disparaging.
Yeah, God, amateurs. Would she be able to decipher what the glyphs are in any way, or is it like?
Sure, I think that's like another Arcana check. And while you're doing that, Alfie is going to use his ability, which is he can touch an object to gain knowledge of its past, present, or future.
So I got a 25.
Cool, okay. As you have a look at these glyphs, you can see that they use certain schools of magic, so specifically, obviously, anything related to, I guess, transmutation is kind of like moving a thing from one area to another, right?
Yeah, I'll check what
Yeah.
the spell is that I have that allows me to do stuff.
Conjuration, actually, is probably better.
Yeah.
Yeah, conjuration is the
Yeah, conjuration glyphs, it's got divination glyphs, and it's got chronomancy glyphs on it.
Okay. Does it seem like this might not just be a like planar portal or a teleportation portal, but it's a time portal? It's like that is what they are trying to do, is be able to create something along those lines.
So with a 25, you kind of, from examining the magic symbols on this, you can see that it functions very similarly to a conventional portal. There's two kinds of portals, right? There's the kind of portal that allows you to get from place to place on this plane. That's very well established, easy, like it's very expensive, but you know that there's a portal that runs between the Clockwork City and Navrosh, and those are the two kind of like main portals that exist. Then there's portals that can transport you from one plane of existence to a different plane of existence. Those ones are, people have been able to create them at a small scale, so obviously that's what Felicity was using to send out little drones to come back with information from the different planes. But interplanar travel as like a humanoid is very difficult and hasn't quite been figured out yet.
Okay.
This one is large. It's quite a large structure, but you can tell that it kind of, in the same way that space and time are sort of related, you imagine that the size of the portal doesn't necessarily indicate the size of the door that it could create.
Yes.
And through the kind of glyphs, you can see that this is trying to get to a specific place, but you do not recognize where that specific place would be. And you get a sense that this would be from beyond the planes that science currently knows about.
So they're looking at like deep. I can't remember the term in D&D, but like.
Oh yes, let's open a portal to the far realm. What a brilliant idea!
The fell realms, which are like the.
Yeah.
That's never gone badly at all.
And it's like when you look at the lore for it, it's like, oh yeah, they will kill you. They just will.
Oh yeah, the far realm is like canonically some kind of like personification of madness. Horrible.
Yeah, it's great.
It's where illithids come from.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sure.
I wonder if she's an illithid.
Possibly. I have a horrible, terrible idea.
Does Alfie say anything?
Alfie is kind of like viewing this, and he's like, something's weird about this portal. I don't...
Yeah.
Oh no.
What?
I'm not getting anything from this portal. It doesn't have a significant future, and in terms of the past, Dr. Ursan's specialty, she's a divination wizard, right?
Sure.
I think we've been duped.
What, that this isn't...
This is a fake.
Deck of Many Aces is Am Chisholm, Eiriol Evans, Ellie Webster, Katie McLeod, and me, Chloe Elliott. Big thanks to our legendary patrons Nate Scott Jones, Aura Boris, EK Green, Space Ben, Callum D, Ebad, KP, Steph Burke-Stellia, and IOKRL. You can find us on social media at Deck of Many Aces or at deckofmanyaces.com. And don't forget to check the description for the link to our Discord, where you can come and hang out with the cool kids. If you like what we do, please do consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/Deck of Many Aces, and you'll get bonus content via Trouble as well. What's not to like? The music for this podcast is all composed by me, Chloe Elliott, and you can find it all over the place on streaming platforms such as Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, etc. You can also check out me and Am over on RWD, A Rendezvous with Destiny, where we are about to start an entire new campaign. And as always, check the episode description for the link to Ellie's newsletter to find out what they're up to. Well, that's it from me. Have an ace week. Bye!